Hello everybody, welcome back to my blog for today. I wanted to show you a makeup organization hack that I've come up with. And this is a jewelry tray from Songmics. And I got this on Amazon. And it is a, let's count the top drawer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawer jewelry storage. And I got it for about $45. Now there is actually a framed mirror here that I have blocked off with packing paper while I'm filming, and I wanted to show you. So it has like indentations here, grooves for rings, and then so I'll just show you like a little bit of like the mirror. So there is a mirror behind here. So this is the top drawer. And then the first actual drawer I'm using, the brand of makeup that I put in here is called LaColors. And this is the lipstick drawer. I do have 2 palettes. This is a highlighter. I'm going to take out this. This is just like a cardboard box. I think I had some jewelry in it, and I just used it as a subdividing tray. And I do have one palette that I got here from Walmart. It was about $2, and it's just like a blues and teals and greens. I haven't used it yet. And then this is a, it was one of the LaColors booklets, but it's a highlighter palette that I also added some sponges from Sephora, and I took out one of these. I had a duplicate, so there's some single shadows in here. And I disposed of the other compact, the LaColors, because that one has a mirror and it's travel friendly. So this is kind of like my lipstick palette drawer. I'm going to move on. Now this is like a matte liquid lip. This is a shimmer. This is a lip balm. And these are some lip stains. And then this is like a Halloween red pigment that you can do various things. These are like the dual-ended lip gloss and lipsticks. And then I did have a duplicate, I believe, of this color. Yeah, the coral or the nectarine. Maybe it was this one. Of nectarine. And so I melted it down using the Z palette method. And I have it in a different compact. In my room, I have to go get it. So that's the second drawer. The third drawer actually came with these squares. I know the lighting is not excellent for that, but it's basically like little 1 inch by 1 inch squares. And I was able to, in the back here, take out 3 of these dividing inserts so that I could put pencils, and I just stored them in the back. And I have brow products and the LaColors body mists. There's 3 of them. And so this next palette, again, another Makeup Forever palette. I have in here some brow products and then the ingredients for the body shimmer, which I have not blogged that yet. These are matte nudes for mostly brows. And I just stuck a sticker on here. It came off of a hair barrette that, yeah, it broke. And in here I have some color correcting. Green color correcting is for canceling out redness. I have some primers. I have like a metallic liquid liner and also another eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, and then 2 colored mascaras, purple and blue, and then some mechanical eyeliner pencils and some sharpenable pencils. Actually, I think this is a brow product too. I'm going to move this with the brows. And just some random pencils. As you know, LaColors is an economy brand. So they're sold at Dollar Tree and Walmart. And one thing I will say is about this drawer is that this wasn't deep enough so that it could shut properly. So I had to lay them. But these are like some loose shimmers. I didn't really need these, but I upgraded the compact because you know, I am doing freelance makeup art from time to time for photo shoots, and you know, these are better because they have a sifter and a jar and stuff. Here's a matte palette, a bunch of these trios, and then another eyeshadow palette, and then a bunch of these trios that I've had over the years, and some of them I messed around with them. They are not magnetic. And then the final drawer is I have spaces for eyelashes. I will be picking up a few more of the different numbered eyelashes. This happens to be the Dolly one. And as you don't know, if you've never been to my blog before, I organize by brand now. I used to organize by outfits, but now I organize by brand. Dolly, black. So I'll I'll write down my inventory in the Google Keep app, which is a free app. These are face powders. I did break down one of them, and so I have it in nude and in tan, and I think there's one more shade, like a lighter one. I did have a duplicate, so I crushed it and I mixed it in with cornstarch, and I have that as a travel compact. Here's like another quad shadow by number. Here's a blush that broke. And then these were the original shimmers that I actually had duplicates of these. So in my Project Pan drawer, I could actually put nail polish dot on them so I know which ones to use up first. But these took forever to use up. I used the gold one the most. I'm not going to be purchasing these anymore. And these are the kind of like the new versions of, it's basically the same product in different packaging. So that's about it. I have space now for foundation products, like in these slots. And I have a little bit of extra room if I want to expand a few pieces. I have empty space, whereas, let me show you what I was using as the organization. Now, what I love about this is, let me take this out for you. It has a latch here, and it has a handle. Now, this alone was pretty heavy. I have to weigh it, but it's more than 5 pounds. It might be 6 pounds. So it made it pretty heavy. And then what I was using is this cardboard box with subdividers, and it was completely full. I could not fit a single more product in here. And this came, my friend had ordered calendars, like promotional calendars for his law office business, and I took 3 of the packing boxes, and that's what I was using temporarily. Now, obviously, this is a lot less space, but I have a mirror, I have drawers, I have room to expand, I have a beautiful display case. It makes it more attractive to use, and it makes it more beautiful on my vanity. And so for those days that I want to wear LaColors makeup, it's here, you know, and everything is all nice and neat, and I just really love this. So I'm very happy. I know I actually grabbed the first box out of my beauty stash that I could find. I could have put Mark Wins, I could have put Milani makeup, I could have converted my Bare Minerals collection, and you know, none of this is permanent, so I can always move things around if, you know, if I have another brand. For example, e.l.f. I actually have a whole train case full of e.l.f. So I don't know if I'm going to be picking up more of these. I will just say I converted a jewelry tower, and it was kind of, I had to return the first one because what happened is they sent me the wrong one, Amazon. They actually, I made a separate video. They sent me a very pretty one that had like doors that had a beige interior instead of a black interior. This is like the black velvet. I would have rather had beige. But what happened is that was not what I ordered. And so we printed out the return form and, you know, was like, this is what I ordered. Now, I believe that this retails for like $57, something like that. But because it was like open box item or customer return item, I was able to get it for $44. And you can't really take the drawers all the way out because inside here, I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but inside here are like 2 little pieces of metal stoppers. And so it kind of prevents the whole drawer from coming out, and to kind of finagle that in and out, I'd rather not. So, but you can pull them out pretty far, which is really nice. And in the future, but you can see that stopper mechanism in there, you know, and now, this isn't exactly meant for travel because these can slide open. So if it came with like a strap or a snap or something to kind of like, you know, bungee cord it sort of thing, then that it would maybe be more travel friendly. But it doesn't have any legs or feet or anything on the bottom of this. And it's a little too heavy for travel. So it's really meant for like home use. And so it's not really like a travel train case, but I retrofitted. Now, like these dividers can come out, but the back is unfinished in the back. so you can kind of see like in the back I'd have to put like more black velvet. I'd have to kind of glue this fabric in there. So overall, I'm happy with this. It wasn't specifically like my LA Colors collection that I was trying to display. I bought this knowing that I would use it for a brand of makeup. I wasn't sure exactly which one yet. Again, I grabbed the first box, I tried it out, it worked, I'm sticking with it. There are a few more of these available. There's like 2 more. I probably probably won't post this video publicly until I will upload it to YouTube and Facebook, but I probably won't post it until like I either buy them or I restock, or I'll post a link down below. I don't currently have like an affiliate link as of the time of recording. You know, as time goes by, something can change. But I'm not currently earning any Amazon commission or anything by suggesting this product. I'm just showing you my personal makeup hack, and so that while you're shopping on Amazon for different train cases and makeup organizations, consider possibly looking at cigar boxes, smoke boxes, jewelry trays, or valets. And there's, you know, like things like fishing tackle boxes, lunch boxes. There's other ways to store your makeup other than just buying like something designed for makeup. So I really like this because I do have like a substantial collection for makeup. And I understand that, you know, for someone who has a more minimalist collection, that they may put multiple brands in here, and then they could have like, you know, a foundation drawer, a primer drawer, you know, a lipstick drawer, a complexion drawer, a fragrance drawer, or something like that. But there are not that many options on the market for storing makeup. I mean, you know, I think we've all seen, you know, Caboodles, or we've all seen Soho, you know, London, or the Sorbus plastic, which I've tried some of those, but I just really thought this was very beautiful and elegant. I believe it is a faux leather. I am partial to vegan beauty products, and I try not to buy actual real leather. I believe this is sort of like a PVC kind of vinyl situation. Not vinyl, but like, you know, the engineered material. It's not leather that I'm aware of, and it wasn't advertised as such, and that would have been a deal breaker for me. But it kind of looks like white leatherette, you know, leatherette as they call it. So I just really, really love this. I would have liked to have seen it a little taller, a little wider, a little deeper, you know, a little bit bigger. And I believe that I'm going to start working on some designs to start manufacturing my own line of these, because they're just not what I really need. And so, like, you see how, like, a typical, I have to measure the diameter of this. So there's certain things, like, I'd want them to, you know, kind of be, like, magnetic, where you can kind of, like, pop them in and really modify them, and, you know, get the right length. And then there's things like I could add a flap on the side, like a hinging flap for, like, upright skincare. And then maybe even, like, a little set of wheels on the bottom, you know, and kind of do more of a beauty tower. And obviously, you know, a material on the inside that you can wipe out. So probably wouldn't do this like this sort of like velveteen fabric. I probably do something that is, you know, like you can wipe it off with like a damp cloth. So something kind of like just more of a glossier sheen. And then I'd go with like a neutral basic, kind of like a tan or an ivory, you know, for the interior. For the outside, being that it's makeup, I wouldn't pick white. I would pick something that, you know, you're touching it. I would pick something, you know, like classic and beautiful and elegant, maybe like a metallic gray or something like that, or like, you know, something, I mean, I like white, but if you're doing your makeup, you're going to get like fingerprints on it and stuff. So, you know, the durability of it over time. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be composite material, kind of like the Trex decking type stuff, like, you know, like post-consumer recycled plastic is kind of like, I'm partial to that, because I know that like recycling, there's not as much demand for the recycled plastics. So, I want to, you know, I don't know if like it'll be plastic base on the inside, because this is sort of like a cardboard. Like if I deconstructed this, it's most likely glued paper board, like a lot of glued cardboard and stuff, or particle board on the inside. So, you know, it's well constructed. I do think that it's a good product. Like I said, I would potentially buy 2 or 3 and then stack them side by side, and then have like my, you know, Wet n Wild drawer, my Bare Minerals drawer. Now, there's not that many in stock. I don't know if they're going to get more in stock. I do kind of feel like it is worth the $57 or $60 price tag, you know, by the time, you know, taxes and stuff or whatever. But 44 is a much better price. So there was one more, but it said that it had a couple scratches. So, you know, I may buy the other 3 and then post this video for public after that. I don't know if they will restock it or remake it. I also really like these little handles. They're kind of like a chrome, and it's well branded. And then I just want to say here at the bottom, it is branded as well right there. So, I mean, not that that matters, but if, you know, I mean, it would be nice also to kind of have like a label here that you can kind of insert. And so instead of them branding their brand, that you could insert like, you know, like potentially like your children's names, for example, if you have 2 girls in your bedroom, possibly sharing a room, and they'd have a makeup jewelry tray. So these are just like design elements that I would kind of like enhance. I think the handle is very sturdy. The only little thing too is the mirror is not edge to edge. You can see that there's like a frame to it. Okay. And I would rather see like a removable mirror that you could, that has like a hinge that you sort of like, you flip the hinges, you can take out the mirror, and then it's like on its own frame, and then it's not totally edge to edge. There will be a frame to it, just not like a 1-inch frame or a 1/2-inch frame all the way around. So I'd like to expand the mirror. What I do like about it is it's sort of like a full face mirror. That being said, I mean, I have to think about like, where would I put the little hand wipes? Where would I, you know, I just feel like there's not enough of this deep drawer. I would want like at least 2 more of these deep drawers. Maybe one even deeper than this. So that, you know, I would probably do like a 10, I'd probably do like a 10 stack or something like that. I don't know how many drawers I would have, but I would definitely have a larger tower. So consider retrofitting a jewelry storage system for makeup. They come in so many different colors, from wood to, you know, mahogany and cherry and oak, and, you know, just different wood stains to different colors. It can match your decor. I'm very happy with this. I'm just going to review one more time. Up at the top, I don't know if I'm going to put rings up here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in those slots. I'll make it pretty. Maybe I'll put like pretty little hair barrettes or something. You know, I'll definitely decorate that. But I've got some eyeshadow palettes up there. And the next drawer is mainly my lip drawer with a couple of the larger palettes because it didn't have a divider. I've got a highlighting palette and an eyeshadow palette. And then this is my fragrance eyebrow products. And then these are like my eyeliners and primer color correctors. And this is a brow palette that, you know, I could switch and put the brows here and put the complexion there so that all the brows are together. Maybe I'll do that later when I get off the phone. I've got some shimmers, some glitters. I've got them in gold, white, purple, pink, and blue. And then I've got trios. And then on the back, they tell you the name. Like this one's Lotus. So I'm trying not to buy any more duplicates so that when I go to Dollar Tree or Walmart or wherever I'm shopping for makeup, I'll have like a list on my Keep app of what I already have so that I'm not buying the same thing twice. Because, you know, about twice a year they do reset And now that I know that I have a little bit of room here, I know how much more I can fit. And then once I've exceeded my allotted space, I'm kind of done. These, I'm not so happy that they don't lay flat. So I may move them around a little bit, but it's fine for now. And then I've got these shimmers, which I'll hardly use. And then I'll mostly be using this drawer as like an eyelash drawer. So I will definitely be picking up some more of these lashes. Now, I know that, what's it called? Is it Family Dollar? Let me think. Dollar General store has LaColors as well. And so they are in like 3 different retailers. And so, like when I'm out and about, I can either bring this entire thing with me. And then what I do is I just go to the cashier and the manager and say, hey, by the way, and I show it to them. I'm like, I'm bringing my personal makeup. So, they can tell it's yours because it's not in the package. And a lot of these things are sold continuously, which means like they probably will restock like the blue liner and the black liner. Some of those things come back around all the time. But then some of these things are like there all the time. But then some of them are kind of more seasonal. Like these are sort of all the time. These are sort of all the time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that like I just show it to them and then I'm like, this is my own personal makeup, and most of them are like really cool. They're like, okay, thanks for telling me, have a nice day. And so what I do is like, if I'm bringing this to Walmart with me and I know that like, let's say I'm like, okay, I've got a $30 budget for LaColors. I'm going to get one of each eyelashes. What I do with these actually is I cut them in half. And then I go ahead and trim the edge a little bit so that they're not so dramatic. So this is actually 2 uses. And then I'm only doing that if like I'm wearing something that is black and sequiny, or like a gown that has red and black in it, or gold and black. So most of the time I actually wear brown Ardell Real Human Hair Lashes. Those are my favorite for everyday looks, like if I'm wearing something green or copper or whatever. But only if it goes with my outfit or my shoes or my purse, or some reason why black looks great with it. Will I select black? And then I actually really do like this. These are talc based, I believe. These are one of my favorites. I go through a lot of these. These are the only ones that I actually depan, is the face powders, the pressed powders. The eyeshadows, I don't do eye makeup every day, so I'm not really going to be, but sometimes they'll come out with like these cool, kind of like, you're just like, yeah, I like these colors. Now you have to be careful of carmine. A lot of makeup brands are using carmine, and that is a dye made from bugs. They're actually like little kind of like, they're called true bugs. They're similar to beetles. They're not exactly beetles. But they live on cactus. They're sort of like a fungi, and they are mama and baby bugs because the male bugs have wings and can fly away and escape and die. And they're scraped and dehydrated, crushed, and liquefied, and they are like a purple red dye. So I do check ingredients, and I shop carmine free, and I actually kind of like launched the hashtag carmine free. So like something like this, I'd have to go online to get the ingredients. So I do shop carmine free whenever possible. These brow products are very similar to each other, and I will say that if you've watched any of my other videos, you may know I do have hyperthyroidism. I've had it for a very long time. I have very good doctors, and I have sparse, thin brows, and I do have fine hair. So the first time I used this, it actually pulled out like 6 of my brow hairs. So I'm kind of doing more powders right now. So I'll be actually using this compact, this one, to fill in my brows because I feel like it's less damaging to my brows. So I'm going to experiment with, it looks like I've already used this shade, but I'll experiment and see which one of these, I'll get like a fine tip brush, kind of like a bent angled brush, like a liner brush, and I'll, fill in my brow hairs, I'll, put like I just got to be very delicate with my brows. So this is actually what I'm going to use first. I actually didn't like the quality of a lot of these. I felt like they tugged and pulled. I didn't really like the color payoff. I did double sharpen them. I didn't have to do that, but sometimes I'm bored and I just do stuff like that. I'm partial to more mechanical pencils. So you can tell this one's very worn and very loved, and there's almost like nothing left of it. Yeah, it's time to, you know, simplify my collection a little bit. But some of these new primers, I wanted to try them. I wasn't a big fan of the mascaras. These I was excited to try. I don't think they're really like smell that great. It's just they were in a wonderful little travel small, you know, 0.2 fluid ounces. I mean, 6 ml jar. So I thought that was pretty cool. So actually, one of them was out of the package. I believe this berry one was out of the package. She didn't want to charge me for it. But I went ahead and paid for all 3 of them because, you know, I wanted to try them. I only sprayed one time. As far as the lips go, I'm a big fan of this fuchsia blue. Again, is it carmine free? You know, I bought this a long time ago, so before I really knew what carmine was. And corals. I kind of have like the same 3 lips that I go to, which is like kind of like an orangey red or a coral, a blue fuchsia, you know, again, like these orange tones. Sometimes like a little frosty pink looks nice, or a clear lip balm, which is like this, you know, a clear lip balm. And this is a cute little fox. It's a cute little fox thing. I really like this one. I do have one more. I have the triangle one in orange. It actually smells like orange oil. I have to go get that and put that in here. So I do have 2 pieces that are missing that belong here. This is the family and this is their condo. And then when I saw this at Walmart, I just thought it was really stunning for the price. So I was like, yeah, $2, $1.97. Hi there. I'm over here. You can almost see me in the reflection. Hello. But yeah, this green really sold me, and I was like, that is such a gorgeous color, and I went ahead and spent the money on that. And now I know that one more will fit in here, you know, that I have space for one more if I am back at Walmart and they still have it. So this pretty much concludes my review of the Songmics Jewelry Organizer that I retrofitted for makeup, a little bit about my LaColors present collection. I have lots of brands of makeup, from Bare Minerals to e.l.f. to Kat Von D. The last year and a half, I've been collecting makeup. I've been really into the beauty space, you know, Sephora, Ulta, wherever. And I'm especially interested in collecting vegan makeup and vegan skincare and vegan fragrances. I'm like super into like the eco brands, certainly cruelty free and stuff like that. So I know this video is about LaColors, and back in the day when I was a dancer and a ballroom dancer and singer and stuff like that, I didn't always want to spend a lot of money on makeup, especially because, you know, you're freelancing and you're gigging. You don't always know, you know, where your next paycheck is going to come, or your next audition, or your next gig. You know what I mean? Like, you do shows for a certain amount of time, and then you train at the gym and you teach. But, you know, I was kind of conservative with money, and I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on expensive luxury products. But I'm in a position now, my mom is helping me out, and I went back to school, and so I have a little bit of extra income because she's like paying my health insurance and stuff like that. So that's how I was able to afford this. I did put it on a credit card, but I've since already paid off the credit card to 0. So, you know, I just want to say that, you know, like, it's good to finance larger purchases. Like, if you're going to make an investment, you know, something that's, you know, $50, $60, you can break that up into like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 payments, 6 payments, whatever you want to do, depends on the terms of your credit card. But in my case, I didn't really want to pay extra interest, and I got my tax refund, so I went ahead and paid off some credit cards. And I do have like I actually have 3 paychecks outstanding that I'm gonna cash, and then all my debts will be paid except for my student loan, so which is only $4,000. So I just want to say that, like, You know, there's a lot of consumerism, and I'm absolutely a shopaholic. I will be the first one to admit I love retail therapy. I like treating myself nicely. This is very enjoyable to me. It is part of self-care. And what I love about it is like I'm about to take a shower. I'm going to brush and floss my teeth. I'm going to brush my hair. I'm going to shave. And then I'm going to put on healthy skincare, like vegan skincare, vegan deodorant. And then since I set this up today, I'll just do a light face. When I say a light face, maybe I'll try the brow powder. I'll put the lip balm. Maybe I'll put like a little cheek highlighter because I have oily skin. So I might try like the primer. And I might just kind of like be familiar with, I'll use the mirror, I'll dust it off. I actually am going to keep a microfiber cloth in here folded up because the mirrors get a little bit foggy or something, not really foggy, but they get kind of dusty. And I, want to remove the smudges of the mirror. So I'll find a microfiber cloth, or I'll, probably have one at the Dollar Tree, or something like that. But, this type of stuff just makes me very happy. And so, especially knowing that, like, I have Dolly 973, knowing that, like, I can buy 4 more if they make 4 more. And, like, even if I only spend another $5 or $10 rounding out my collection, I can look in here and say, okay, I don't really have foundation. Yeah, I have a pressed powder. I can use that. But I don't really have, like, a liquid foundation product from LaColors. So next time I am at Dollar Tree, and I'm buying essentials like soy milk or something, like, then I might say, okay, I'll buy 1 makeup item, or, give myself a limit, maybe not like 1 of every color. There was actually 1 more, the peach one, that I wasn't able to get because it sold out, and I didn't get them the first time I saw them. I waited and waited and waited months. And then when I realized that the inventory was getting real slim and it was getting to be the end of the season, I was like, let me grab the 4 that are left. And so sometimes I do pass on some of the palettes and stuff. Like I'm, kind of like, I don't really need any more eyeshadow. I certainly don't need any more lipsticks. Because I might have space for like 1 more lip gloss, which I actually have the triangle one going here. So I don't really have space for more lipstick. You know what I mean? So it kind of like forces you to do a project pan. It forces, when you know what you have, I'm more likely to use it when it's displayed beautifully like this and it has a mirror and it's fully functioning than like stuck in a cardboard box in the bottom of like a Tupperware bin, like in the bottom of my closet. Like this just wasn't very practical. It's like, I actually grabbed these from the store. Whenever they're empty and they're gonna just be recycled or thrown away, I grabbed a couple little drawer dividers. These are EOS lip balms, and they worked perfectly for here. So like I had like lipstick and then compacts. I actually kind of had it like this, and then everything was like organized by, but I will reuse this for another brand. So I'm actually thinking I'm gonna put Dr. Jart in here, skincare, because I have a mask that is pretty big and I don't really want to spend like $50 on Dr. Jart right now. I might not. But like they have some sets on Sephora for like $40 that it's like a little bag. And I like to have I like to have a home for the family. So like this is their condo, this is where they live. And they're all a family, like they're related to each other. And I like organizing by brand because in theory, it should all work together. Now, I know it's not always scientific because you have your favorite products and you have products that perform very well. So to be honest with you, I may like grab one of these and then grab 2 or 3 products out of here, and then I put it in a cosmetics bag for the day or for the week, and then I put it back. Because I actually don't wear makeup every day. I only wear it like for work or for photo shoots, or if I'm like making a video, or like if I want to practice makeup. So I try to wear makeup like maybe like twice a week, so I'm not really like a super makeup-aholic. You would think I am because I have like all of this makeup, right? But it's not really the case. It's more of that I'm a pack rat. And I just think this is aesthetically pleasing. I'm very proud of myself for finding the solution. I'm very like excited to show it off. I am a girly girl. I'm also a tomboy. Like, you know, my nails aren't done right now. I like natural buff nails. I've been wearing those for a few years. But this type of stuff like is very exciting to me. It's very luxurious to me. I prefer this than going to like a Disney vacation, which I've been to Disney before. But I'm just saying, like, I prefer this than to like get a plane ticket and travel. I have traveled before, but I'm saying that like this type of stuff, like I like homebody type of things. I like domestic things. I like, you know, interior design type of things. I like things to be nice and neat in a little box in a cube and lined up, and like this is my aesthetic. You know, I like the metallic, the modern finish. That's just everything about this, with the exception of like I wish it was a tan interior. You know, maybe the price. I think the price was very fair for what I received. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was a good price. It was a fair price. I don't know if I would have paid, you know, I just feel like if something like this was at Sephora, it would definitely be $100, you know? So, you know, when I start manufacturing my own brand of cosmetic organizers, you know, and maybe they'll have inserts for jewelry and you can use it both ways. But, I'm just very excited about this. Actually, it sat here on the side of my mom's bed for more than a week. I was kind of busy. We have this coronavirus going on right now, and we don't really know, you know, about testing and treatment and everything. And I had to cut the grass, and my mom actually reminded me. She's like, "You haven't even done anything with that." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." I knew I'd get back to it. That's not like me. Normally, like as soon as I get it, I would take care of it. But I was just busy doing other stuff. So I was like managing my social media and stuff. And plus, last night I was binge watching. It was so great. You probably know this comedian. Her name is Lily Singh. She is so funny. So last night I was just cuddled up with my cat and I was watching so much of her videos I was actually watching them on Facebook, which I should have watched them on YouTube because then she would get advertisement revenue and she'd get a little bit of dollars, you know, but I don't know. I guess they don't have it monetized on Facebook yet like that. So the Facebook Watch I don't know why they don't have ads yet. Maybe one day in the future they will be, so these people can get paid. But she's really brilliant. She's really talented, super funny. She's like a character actress. She does like impersonations and song parodies and stuff. She's just really, really brilliant, really smart girl. And I really liked watching her stuff. So that's just like my little personal thing. I don't watch a lot of TV. So to get back really quick to this jewelry tray, and I know I'm just like showing you the same thing over and over, but to get back to this, I spent a whole evening looking at everything Amazon had. Bookmarking, creating a wish list, creating like a shopping playlist. Like I literally looked through everything and everything and everything and everything. I mean, I must have looked at least 200 products, you know, reading reviews, looking at the pictures, all of that. This is my favorite drawer. And the mirror freaking sold me. I mean, yeah, a mirror is so important and necessary when you're doing your makeup. That was like that's what sold me. Is that full length mirror right there. Not full length, but you know, that full face mirror. Full size mirror. So, and I picked one. I picked one product that I thought was really exceptional. And I was like, okay, one. And I rewarded myself with that one item because I knew that I would use it and I knew that I would love and treasure it and I knew that it would work. The price was fair. I knew I would need it. It wasn't just going to take up space and clutter. I knew this is something that I will have for 15 years and love and treasure, possibly more, possibly for the rest of my life. God willing, right? So, and I felt like this is something that is, you know, if you keep it in really good condition, somebody else could love and enjoy this. I am going to be 43 this summer, so I do think about, like, where's all this stuff going to go when I'm not here anymore? Well, the makeup's going to be expired. Who knows if this will hold up because glue does dissolve over time. But I feel like if I get a solid 15 to 20 years lifespan out of this, even 10 years, I've totally gotten my money's worth. Especially since this is a prototype for me to manufacture my own cosmetics trays. So I decided I don't really specialize in color cosmetics. I will have a few color cosmetics. The type of things that I will have are things like dry shampoo, toothpaste, mouthwash, dental floss, hygiene items, certainly like a basic all-in-one soap, coconut based, food grade, all natural vegan type stuff, organic stuff. Simple, when I say food grade cosmetics, I'm talking about like powders made with cornstarch. Like Laura Mercier powder, for example, has cornstarch in it. So does some Bare Minerals powders. So I'm working with cornstarch as like a base ingredient. I probably won't do things like lashes or mascara. Just very minimal, simple, minimalistic type products in my design collection. I do have laundry soap that's also in my collection. So what I'll be doing is more of like a full face kind of system. But I kind of want to specialize. Like, I don't really want to be like, these makeup manufacturers that are selling like millions and millions and millions of units. That's not really the emphasis of my design work. My design work is more of like storage solutions, certainly. And so like by me sketching and doing like 3D renderings and artist renderings of like a makeup storage system, it probably will be a little bit expensive. It probably will debut the first one around $250 US. It will not be inexpensive because I will have invested in like things like custom plastic molds and and I'd like to go in the composite direction. So it's kind of like a composite plastic, like post-consumer plastic with like a, a washable fabric tray and divider tray system. So how am I going to do that? It will take me many, many, many years. I will move this to my design studio. Right now it's here in my house, but this is actually a business expense. So this is actually business inventory because I am in the performing arts and I am an artist. And so it's technically a tax deduction and things like that. So you have to, think about, amortization and depreciation and like dollar cost averaging of like, how many uses are you getting out of this lipstick? Yeah, you paid $1 for it, but do you get to use it 20 times? So how much is the cost? So again, this is my personal makeup for me as a performer. But I am conscientious now more than ever of like super hygiene. So even with my own personal products, I won't be like applying them straight to my lips. I'll be using a makeup brush, like to transfer. And so, I don't have any LA Color brushes. So that would be something that I would want, to kind of pair this with like a brush system like Eco Tools, for example. So as you notice, I mean, these sponge tip applicators, they're not ideal. I mean, once you get deep into makeup art, you're going to know that like I'm happy to have them here in the sense of like, at least it's something's better than nothing. But they're just not very effective. I would rather I'm happy to have the space for a brush here, but if I can get like a little travel brush system somewhere, maybe one of these empty drawers, maybe I don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe one of these, is I'll have like a little, I'll put like a little plastic tray or something and I'll have some makeup brushes, some eye brushes. So that's something that, I know. And then here, if I can find something like a little lip gloss or a little round, something cute to go in here to, like a pin or something, to fill this space out. Or I could just take out this divider. But anyway, I do want to get off the phone here because it will time me out after 46 minutes. So here's my closing statement. I wish you so much love, prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, just enthusiasm and zest for life. And I want you to know that makeup doesn't make you more beautiful. It's just an expression of creativity. You're already amazing exactly as you are. I love you. Take great care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video.